If you do not support leaders like Traoré now, we will lose them just like we lost Sankara and Lumumba. If we let foreign powers to define our heroes as threats, they will continue to kill our future. This is no longer about Burkina Faso. It is about Africa rising or Africa falling again. Greetings, viewers of GHS Red TV. Today we dive deep into one of the most powerful stories shaking the foundations of Africa and the West. We ask a critical question. Why do millions of Africans now see a 36-year-old military captain from Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, as the hope of Africa?
And today, the person that is building roads, the person that is giving hope to the people, we have some people coming from nowhere to tell them that, you know what, we are ready to give you life. In fact, if they want to give life, they should go to Congo, they should go to South Sudan, they should go there, and the mess they caused there, they should go and put it together, take it back to their country. Enough is enough. We are ready to rise up and say, enough is enough. It is now. They can never keep us in the fear or the circles of imperialism. No way. We are ready to detach ourselves and say enough is enough. And this is the time that African youth need to read through the lines and see and realize the truth. The same way they did to Nkrumah, they use the same people. And this is a warning that goes to all African leaders. That's right. That they sit back and allow themselves to be used by the imperialists. Exactly. Anytime there has been any elimination of any African good leader, it is great. They use our own people against us.
Just as they are doing right now. In Ivory Coast.
We are sending a strong warning to the Ivory Coast leader. The president of Ivory Coast. If you are a brother and you sit down with our enemy, you become our enemy. Simple. We are not our brother again.
And just as importantly, why is the Western world desperate to silence him, possibly even through assassination?
And let me say this, if you allow these people to take this man down, do you know what is going to happen? One of the things that they do is that the moment they want to see revolution, the revolution is springing up here. The moment they take it down, they will make sure that the place is messed up. Look at Congo. Look at Libya. Libya is now beyond repair. Congo is now beyond repair. Haiti is now beyond repair.
Now, let's break it down with history, facts, stories, and raw African truth. Captain Ibrahim Traoré was not a politician. He was a simple soldier, patriotic, honest, and tired of seeing his people suffer while the Western countries benefited from African blood and gold. In September 2022, at just 34 years old, Traoré led a coup to overthrow Lieutenant Damiba, who had also come to power through a coup, but failed to protect the people from terrorists. Traoré didn't take power to become rich. He said it clearly, and let me quote from him. I don't want power. I want freedom for my people. He said, Burkina Faso must reclaim its dignity, fight its own battle, and stop relying on colonial powers like France. To understand Traoré, we must remember Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader in the 1980s. Sankara renamed the country from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, land of upright people. That is the meaning of Burkina Faso. He also rejected foreign loans and told the IMF to take their debt and go. Just like Achiampong of Ghana, he said, Operation Feed the Country, and Yentia. Ghanaians watching me will remember this story. He said he will not pay any foreign debt because he wasn't the one who came for them. He also said, he who feeds you controls you. But guess what? Sankara was assassinated in 1987. Many believe with the help of France. Now, Traoré is walking in Sankara's footsteps, and history may repeat if we don't pay attention. Since taking power, I'm talking about Traoré, he kicked out French troops from Burkina Faso, terminated military agreement with France, nationalized some gold mines, demanded that resources benefit locals, formed the alliance of Sahel state with Mali, and Niger, promoting Pan-African unity, launched recruitment of 50,000 patriotic fighters to protect the country. Ghana should learn from this because as I'm speaking, America has their military base here. And sorry to say, it is so sad. And when asked why he is not afraid of France, he said, "We have nothing to lose. We have already lost everything. The one who is already down doesn't feel down for." This man is brave, truly an African man. This bravery has made millions of African youth call him Africa's lion. But me, I'll call him the hope of Africa. Now, let me tell you something real. Across Africa, from Ghana to DR Congo, from Senegal to South Africa, you hear people say, "We want our own Traoré." Why? Because our leaders dance to the tune of Europe and the US. But Traoré stand tall like the leaders of Africa once had. Kwame Nkrumah overthrown with CIA help in 1966. Patrice Lumumba assassinated in Congo in 1961 with Belgian and American involvement. Muammar Gaddafi, I think it is new in our mind. I remember I was in GHS, something like that. Muammar Gaddafi bombed and killed by NATO in 2011 after trying to introduce a gold-backed African currency. Traoré is one of the few left who dares to say Africa for Africans. Africa is not for the Europeans. That's why Burkina Faso school children write poems about him. Some parents are even naming their sons after him. Let me be clear. The West is not scared of Traoré because he has tanks. They are scared because he is waking Africa up. He is exposing neocolonialism. France state controls the CFA franc used in 14 African countries. I'm talking about the CFA, the money. This money is printed in the France, and their monetary policies is being controlled by France. Not only that, any foreign exchange, 50% have to go to the France. Meanwhile, they are saying that they've given independence to these countries. He's ending foreign control over resources. French companies profiting from African gold and uranium are now losing ground. He's shifting alliance towards Russia, Turkey, and China, refusing to bow to American and French policies. This is why Western media calls him a dictator, just like they did with Sankara, Gaddafi, and even John Magufuli of Tanzania, who died mysteriously after defying COVID policies pushed by the West. History shows that when African leaders challenge the West, they disappear. Oh, my God. Traoré has confirmed that he survived multiple attempts on his life. He knows the risk. He doesn't sleep in the same place twice. He trusts very few people, just like Sankara, Lumumba, or even Gaddafi. His boldness put a target on his back. That's why many African youth on TikTok and YouTube are saying, "Protect Traoré at all costs." Together with Mali and Niger, Burkina Faso formed the AES Alliance, which is Alliance of Sahel States. Their aim is to create a federation with one military and one voice, build African-owned weapons, reject ECOWAS if it continues acting like a tool of France. This echoes Nkrumah's dream of a United States of Africa. For the first time since independence, African countries are forming alliances without Western permission. If you do not support leaders like Traoré now, we will lose them just like we lost Sankara and Lumumba. If we let foreign powers to define our heroes as threats, they will continue to kill our future. This is no longer about Burkina Faso. It is about Africa rising or Africa falling again. Traoré is not perfect. He's young. He's still learning, but he's brave, honest, and truly African in his heart. The West may fear him, but we the people call him our hope. Let me leave you with his own words. The imperialists will never let us be free. It is up to us to break the chains. Thank you for listening, and stay awake, stay aware, and stay proud. Here is GH Extra TV. My name is Ohene Amwa Mensah, I support Ibrahim Traoré.